set some pretty big goals in the past, and you've failed and succeeded at a lot of those. So what's been, and it sounds like even with your, just a little bit you talked about with your parents, it set a good foundation for how you approach and set goals for yourself. But talk a little bit about how did you first start setting goals, and what were some of the first goals that you set out accomplishing?
Goals are a funny topic to me. And I still fully agree with them. But I learned the difference between goals and vision. Mm-hmm. Because when I was first setting goals, they were very numeric based only. And so it kind of caused me into a place of chase. Mm-hmm. So with those goals, especially in my 20s, when I'd make that amount of money, I'd set another goal, make that amount of money. Mm-hmm. But something didn't necessarily feel right. And so I like this kind of game between goals and vision. Mm-hmm. If I have a vision, and what does that look and feel like? What do I want my life to feel like?
Yeah, the experience you want to have.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's, how do I get to a life like that?
Yeah.
And what am I doing? Then I break things down into goals of, if these are the things I'm focused on right now, what are all the little pieces to get done for those things to get that next phase done? One
of my favorite questions is, what is my soul desire to experience in this moment of time that would have it be fulfilled? And then looking at, like, what are the experiences I want to have? And then setting goals like that align with that experience and with your vision is so brilliant.
It's like reverse engineering.
Totally. I mean, I think too often we set goals to fix something that we think is wrong.
Yes, there you go.
Versus really looking at, like, what is my purpose? What is my alignment with my vision? And then how do I, like you said, reverse engineer to actually set goals that are in alignment with my vision and my purpose.
Well, it also takes the pressure off. That you put that so well put. So, like, if you're trying to lead a very healthy, active, traveling, worldly lifestyle, then you probably have to, you start looking at your health. Let's just use that as an example. You start looking at your health, like, how are you mindset-wise? Maybe how are you body-wise? Yeah. You start thinking about the food. You start getting rid of, over time, the foods that aren't good for you. You start doing a certain set of exercises. You start implementing, maybe some yoga or meditation in there. Like, you do all these different things. Suddenly you have this body, but you weren't doing it from a previous of, maybe, like you said, maybe something was missing, and you're trying to solve I'm going to look good because then I'll attract a mate, or then
the most common one is, like, trying to get more money or make more money to pay off debt.
Right.
Well, then, your focus is completely wrong. That's not really if you stop and really think about it, that's not what you are out to accomplish.
Right.
It's, there's an experience, an emotion that you want to have with the freedom of being able to have no debt.
Exactly.
And what does life look like from that? Like, is it in alignment more with your purpose?
Yeah.
And I look at it this way too, is, from a spiritual standpoint, I look at it like the universe is your shopping cart.
Yes.
And unless you step into the grocery store,
right,
you can't put things into your shopping cart. And unless you've made a list, you also, like, you just randomly walk around. Or if you get there from a wanting standpoint because you're hungry or what have you, then you're going to put shit in there that whatever. So I think it's important to, look at, what is my purpose? Why am I here? And then start putting as many things that make you happy, that bring you joy, onto that list as possible.